Hello racers, ME7 here. I thought I was going to be bringing you an endless endurance video, but I'm not. I can't do it. So this is going to be a tutorial on the clock management technique, because you can reach the 10th lap here if you do this the way I'm doing it. I'll get into why I'm driving backwards in a bit here, but watch my distance. See how it's already started? That's why I'm doing it. There's more to it than that. Here I crossed the line and almost had 0.4 km right there. Now, the distance I go back to, I have picked that based on trial and error. Now notice this, I'm going to drive on the far left. I'm taking the longer path around this track. Just a little bit each lap, and it's going to add up to make the difference in the end. And I'm going to stay on track as much as possible for the first handful of laps, because as you probably know from doing lots of endurance races, there's time to kill in the first few laps. Now here we are, time was almost running out, about 3 seconds. There we go. Probably could have driven backwards a pinch more, but I don't need to push it too hard. And do I turn red again? Nope. No, looks like I'm pretty good doing this, and I love the drafting feature in these. Get a bit of draft, do a quick pass, go in between two cars, quick pass. That's just great. I've been trying to do this as an endless endurance for a week now, and I have never seen the train once. This is all you can do with this race as far as I can see. So then, lap 1 is about getting that timer really low so I can take advantage of the next few laps. There's a few phases to this race. So first lap, I'm taking advantage of super slow bots. Next few laps, I'm staying on track as much as possible and taking the outside race lines, not the inside race lines. And then at a certain point, I start driving this race really hard, and I start taking off-track cuts because I'm trying to get to the next lap each time. So back to why did I drive backwards? That's to take advantage of how much time is on my clock. Because you know from doing lots of endurance races that either you make your timer fill up or you drive really slow for a while and you're wasting time that way. So I banked the distance early on. Here I'm going to be careful, try to avoid damage, but racing fast. Based on my trials on this track, I really don't have to start pushing it till around the 35-40 kilometer mark. Until then, if I need to take it easy, it's not going to hurt me at all. It's better to avoid damage than it is to push it too hard this early. Now another very important thing you need to know is exactly how much time do you get each lap. What's your bonus time? On this track, it is 28 seconds. You need to be aware of that. You need to monitor how much time you can have a while before you're getting to the next lap. So at this point, I'm not too concerned. I could have a full timer right here, pass a couple more bots as it winds down a little bit, and I still wouldn't be in trouble at the end of the lap. I mean, there's 2 bots there. I just keep cruising, taking it easy. I don't want to go flying off track on some of these corners and waste time. Really don't want to do it. If this was a time trial, I might be pushing it a little bit harder, but you really can't afford to go flying off track into the sand and just waste a bunch of time. So taking a quick look at my timer, I can pass one more and I'm still good. 70 seconds. By the time I get to the start-finish line, I'll be under 60. So not worried. See if I can catch draft from anybody. That'd be great. I just love the drafting feature. This is one of the slower cars, but this car has the highest grip. Now it's safe to pass him. And look on the left there, that distance marker, that's my braking point. That's when I'm just pounding on the brakes, just a little bit after it. But for the most part, I'm kind of going with that. Now look on your right-hand side. Just after the bridge, there's an intersecting road on the right-hand side. That's my next braking point. Into the gas really early. Now if you look on the right, those 2 distance markers, I'm into the brakes a few car lengths after the second one on a normal lap. For this corner, I just brake a tiny bit and I'm back into the gas at about the midpoint of the corner. Coming up here, I'm not onto the brakes until I'm pretty much under that bridge. Even, oh no, actually past that. I'm going to look for a better reference point. Okay, 70 seconds. I don't know. I don't want to pass this guy. I better check to see how many cars are here before I pass. Oh, that looks like 2. Okay, if I pass 2, that's too many. So let's widen out this corner, take advantage of having to slow down a little bit. And then I'm going to get some drafting. Looks like the car in the sandwich there is the faster car. So he'll pull out as I start to push this a bit. And now, oh, nope, don't want to pass this guy yet. Slow down a bit. There, now I could pass him, but I just want to take it easy. There we go. Now I could slide behind him and draft. And maybe I will a little bit. I don't like my timer getting that low at this point of the race. Early braking and try to get around him really easy. Oop, well, that wasn't the right way to do it. That was a light tap. I'm not concerned with having damage there. Really don't want to damage your car when you're doing clock management technique. Remember, a damaged car means lower top speed, takes you longer to accelerate, longer braking points, and less grip. And the really bad thing about less grip on these cars means that you're going to go flying off track. Now, that was weird. It did not look like there were 2 cars there until the last second. So that's another reason why you take it a little bit easier in some of these corners on these early laps, because you can have some nasty surprises. Okay, it's nice and clear in front of me. I'll be at about 30 km when I cross the line. Well, okay, maybe not 30. Lap 6, still really full timer. I'm not going to start cutting yet. There's no reason to. Look at that, batch of 3 cars. So again, they're going to get in front of me, then they're going to pull out of the way. And I draft this guy a little bit. I wonder if I should just cut here. Yeah, I might as well. Sometimes it's easier just to cut a little bit. 2 more cars right now would give me a full, 3. Okay, well, now I got to slow down. Kind of wish I didn't cut that last corner. All these things add up. All of these little things add up to the very last lap, and you'll see what I mean. Because oftentimes, you just need 1 more car and you would have made that extra lap. So, this isn't going to be anything crazy amazing. I'm not going to be going 100 kilometers, nowhere near that. But this could help you go further than any of your friends. I have no trouble getting first place in this race every single time. Because of all my tests, I have made it so that I'm facing some pretty hard targets by my friends. Now with the timer that big, okay, see there's only 1 car. Now I'm going to start taking some off-track cuts. But if I start seeing groups of cars again, I might back away from that strategy. Now I really don't want to have him in my way coming up here. Let's see. There we go. No, I thought I saw a group. Yep, there's a group. And so I don't need to be doing a big aggressive cut. Just want to get around these guys without damage. Now another thing, you might notice that some of the colors are a little bit off here. This is a little bit of a darker race and you really need to see the cars in the distance. So for your viewing pleasure, I have altered the tint and the contrast. So when I'm doing this race, I actually put my screen on maximum brightness. There, look at that. Side drafting, see that? Now you got to be really careful. You don't want to pit the guy, but it's kind of nifty that you can side draft here. Now this time I'll just get in front of him, get him to push me a little bit up. I kind of lost him. It really helps to know where the bots want to drive so that you can get into their path, because they have some weird race lines. All right, now take a look ahead as far as I can. It's time to start getting aggressive with the cutting. So I was on the brakes early because if you're going too fast when you go off track, your car tires are going to dig in and you will not be able to pull out of that skid. You'll end up really wasting time. You see that, how I lost traction? Tilt B. Tilt B is the best for doing this type of endurance racing. Wish this guy wasn't right there. But there you go. So now I'm taking the inside lines. Now my only concern is keeping my timer as full as possible. Earlier on, I didn't want to overfill my timer. Now I want to fill it. I want to get as close as possible. Bots are getting scarce. Now this first place guy is 45.4. The most I've seen from any of my TSM bots is 51 and a half. I haven't seen any 52s. And you'll see that doing this, it is not hard to hit 52. So that guy's going to be fast. I need to take this cut pretty good because you don't want to get T-boned, which is a very real threat when you're doing this. There we go. That is not easy, by the way. Doing that without having your car getting sketchy, it's not easy. Take some trial and error to get the technique down. Same with this. Sometimes you can take this cut full throttle, but you notice how I lift a little bit there? That's because almost all the time your car is going to skid a bit. If it doesn't skid, just get back on the throttle right away. If it does skid, you're ready for it. Here we go, just about to hit the 50-kilometer mark. And still, you see that timer? Based on experience, I'm fine. I have no trouble getting to the next lap, even if I don't pass another bot. Here I am heading into Parabolica, and this turn can be brutal if you lose traction. You go off into the sand and lose all sorts of time, so take it easy. Okay, so now you see the timer's getting low, but look, 52 km, the line is right there, no trouble. Okay, let's take a sketchy cut. This is dangerous, this is not easy to do. If you get that right, and I didn't, I passed that bot. If you get it right, you get back on track, and you keep going without much issue. But it is so easy to hit that wall or to hit the outside wall and then bounce back. Woo, that one was really close. I almost clipped the wall there. Okay, I'm really hoping to see another bot. No, there's no way I'm going to pass another bot. All right, so 55 km, not too hard. 56 km isn't going to be too hard. Now this is going to take a while. I'm going to speed this up while I coast. And let's see what we get here. Come on, hit 57. I've hit 57 a few times. And I've gotten around this corner and within 5 car lengths of the start-finish line. You see this? You see that? One more car is all I needed. One more car and I could have got to the next lap. So there you go. But still, that's how you do this race if you want to go far. Now, yeah, some of you will say, oh, it's way faster if I just do the regular 9-lap race. That's true, but this is some fun variety. Here is the F1 Endless Endurance option at Silverstone. Also a video that shows you how to do Monza as an endless race. That's it. Thanks for watching.